Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to anyone new. Beautiful souls, today we are asking your angels to show you your next steps to abundance. And we're going to be asking for detailed information. What do you actually need to do? How can you actually move your pathway to abundance forwards? So we are going to draw 3 cards together. We have 7 of Angels Progress. How very, very interesting. Wow. It just feels so appropriate. Wow. So that's for pile 1. Pile 2 is the Queen of Angels Visionary. Wow. And actually this is for pile 3. Pile 3, 8 of Angels Confusion. Okay. Right. Well, whichever of these cards you are drawn to, that will be the right one for you. And there may be more than one. Sometimes there are messages coming through in more than one pile for you. Beautiful souls, I'm going to draw some runes as well for you for each of the piles. Okay, so I have 2 coming through for pile 1. We have Nathis, this is the rune sometimes of constraint, and we have Othilla, the rune of separation. Or I say the rune of separation, it's separation, it's inheritance, it's gain. I'm not going to say any more about it, actually, not just yet. I'm going to wait until we get into the reading before I dive into that. But yeah, that's what that one is anyway. Let's draw. Oh, we've got 3 coming out for pile 2. Pile 2, you have fertility. You have the rune of flow. So this is Ingas. This is, what is flow? It's Lagas, remembering the original names. And Rado, the rune of journey. And then we have 4. How fascinating. There is a progression. 2, 3 and 4. Now that may be relevant to some of you, just the sense of progression through these. We have the rune of protection, Algis. We have the rune of gateway, Thurizaz. We have the rune of Fehu. This is possessions, nourishment. And we have Kano, the rune of openings. So that's for pile 3. Now, I know some of you really love the charms as well. So I'm going to bring some charms in too. Let's put these little counters in to put them on so you can see them more clearly. Okay. My apologies for the stickers. This is YouTube. Absolutely. There's just some things that their system picks up and really doesn't like at all. So we have for pile 1, we have an angel wing. For pile 2, we have the Eiffel Tower. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, for pile 3, we have... do you know what? You've actually got 3 charms. I think 3, no, there are 2 charms. I thought these were 2 joined together. It kind of looks like they're joined together. And yet this is, it looks like there are 2 separate ones, but in fact they are connected. There's a shell and a starfish. I think this is probably relevant, the fact that they're connected. And we also have an arrow. Okay, we'll talk about that when we get to the reading. So, my beautiful souls, these are your cards, your runes, your charms for today's readings, and we are asking your angels for very clear guidance, your next steps to abundance. Okay, lovely souls, I'm going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer. Take as long as you need. If you need even longer, you can always just press the pause button. And the timestamps are in the description box below, and I'll put them in a comment. And of course, as always, the cards, the runes, the charms, I'll list them below as well. If there's any that really sing to you and you want to know what they are and check them out further, you'll be able to do so. See you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading. I found this fascinating because we're asking literally what are your next steps to abundance? What do you need to do? And we have the card of progress. Now, the runes for me are really, really fascinating because Othilla is about separation. It's also about gain. It kind of indicates that in letting go of something, something else can then come in. Now, there's a restriction energy around you with Nathis. This is the rune of constraint. This requires perseverance. I mean, that's a really key word here, perseverance. I'm wondering if there is an attitude within you or a perspective within you around perseverance or around feeling as though if something isn't working, it's really hard to keep going. I think we better get as much information as possible to see what we're shown here. What are Pile 1's next steps to abundance? So we have Angel of Remembrance. We have Angel of Health. And we have Angel of Love. Okay. Okay. We have White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Ooh, this is very, very interesting. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. Right, that's very, very interesting because Othilla also talks about letting go of family patterns sometimes. You know, like an inheritance, literally, if we have inherited something that is unhelpful. It may be with Nathis as well, which is the rune of constraint and energy of constraint. It may be that what constrains you is something like your circumstances or a belief around your circumstances. Do you know what really comes to mind? I remember speaking with a colleague. She's a very good coach, and she said she was giving an example actually of how she had been working with someone who he had grown up in a very remote little fishing village, actually out on a tiny little island, and he had been told as a child, once a fisherman, always a fisherman. It was like, this is as far as you can go. You were born on this island, so you will stay on this island. You know, your father, your grandfather, your great-great-grandfather, and so on and so forth. They were all fishermen. This is the world that you will have. And he wanted to do something differently. And when she was working with him, she was really challenging inner beliefs within him, even though he had left and got himself an education and was doing incredibly well. Some part of him never quite felt as though he either deserved it or he could really have it. It was kind of like, you know, and there was also a tangle of kind of inner emotions, which is what's coming through here with the Angel of Health. I'm looking at this, an older couple here. It's like, yeah, Angel of Remembrance. I think there was, you know, sometimes we have guilt within us for almost like being better than. It's not that we're any better or any worse than anyone else. You know, whatever we choose to do in our lives, you know, we are no better, no worse than anyone. But sometimes we can feel as though like we're out of place. It's really, really interesting. Yeah, there is definitely an ancestor or an inheritance here within you, around you. Almost like, this would be like if you were the working girl or you know, or boy who makes good, back to being that fisherman, and then kind of almost feeling like you've lost your roots. I'm hearing for some of you, it's there's something that's really quite hard here in terms of stepping into your own success and your own abundance. Whether that is an attitude, a historical attitude, or it feels as though your family will feel like you have left them behind, or like you could even be not exactly targeted, but kind of put down in a kind of a way of almost like being accused that you've lost sight of your roots. When actually, you know, being successful doesn't mean you lose sight of your roots. You know where you've come from. That there's something around this coming through. I find that fisherman story particularly resonating here as well. You know, once a fisherman, always a fisherman, because Nathis, the rune of constraint, within one of the book that I have learned about the runes from, Ralph Blum's book, it actually, with this particular rune, there is a story, and it says, you know, when fishermen can't go to sea, they mend their nets. You know, they do, but they're doing something else. They're still useful. They're biding their time. They're paying attention to the detail. I think there is something within you that is stopping you from soaring, stopping you from flying, that connects to your primary family. That is what we're being shown here. Let's draw some tarot cards and see what else we're shown here. I think I'm going to use the Gaia pack for you. Okay, reflection, or perception rather. Here I am. How interesting, I'm reading it incorrectly. Perception. Yeah. This is very much about exactly that, your perception of yourself, your perception of, or also how you think others will perceive you. Emotions. The Father. Okay. Now, for some of you, this literally could be about your father, a father figure, perhaps somebody who toiled and worked or would have been critical of you, maybe following your career pathways. You could have had quite a strong father figure. Do you know, this is a message for some and not all, but maybe for some of you, you're not wanting to follow in the family tradition. And there was an expectation that you would. Perhaps you don't want to join the family business. You want to go out on your own, branch out on your own, do something different. And I think that is your pathway to abundance. The challenge here is that there are expectations. This is quite emotionally fueled. We have integrity. You need to walk the pathway that is true for you. Absolutely, unquestionably. Oh my goodness me, yes. So we have integrity, we have the 9 of fire. How fascinating. Excuse my how fascinating and being a bit mind blown by your reading, but look what this figure holds here is a rose. Now, it is, for anyone that is unaware of White Eagle or the White Eagle Lodge, the White Eagle Lodge, I'm sure many of you will know, it's a worldwide organisation that has channeled White Eagle for, you know, for a long time. And, you know, this is an organisation that collectively meditate and pray, you know, at certain times, and they, you know, that their prayers move around the globe. It's an international organisation now. And White Eagle always, when he appears, when he channels through, he offers a rose, usually a white rose, but he offers a white rose. It's quite, it's really, you know, it's been seen so many times, always bringing in a white rose. And here we have this figure holding a rose. I mean, wow, that's blown me away completely. You're being asked, your angels are being asked to say to you, to encourage you to follow your pathway, to do what's right for you. There's something you want to do. There's something that you are longing to follow. And actually, it's the right one. It's the right pathway for you. It really, really is. It's not what other people think. It's the right one for you. Okay, we then have the 6 of air. Wow. How very, very interesting your cards are. I mean, this is mind-blowing. Look at all the symbols and the signs here that are coming out of this. I think this is a caduceus, isn't it? With a staff with the wings, that's like the winged serpent. This is really speaking to me of Kundalini energy rising. For many of you, your pathway is your pathway to abundance. It's not mainstream either. You know, you could be healers. But you know, it's absolutely right for you. It's like a calling, and it may be very, very different to the kind of world that you grew up in, to the stories that you were told as a child. You know, what do you want to be? Do you want to be, I don't know, an electrician or a bank manager, or, you know, your career pathway is not the kind of stuff that was spoken of, I think, when you were a child. It certainly doesn't fit maybe with family expectations. But your pathway to abundance, it's very, very clear here, actually, is to do with following your heart, doing what you're going to love, not what you believe you should be doing. Not having to wear a mask and pretend to be something that you're not. There is absolutely a pathway here. It doesn't mean you are dishonouring your family or your roots, but there is a very unique pathway for you. With the father energy, I think we're being shown that this could be literally a father figure, those expectations within the family. It can also represent you stepping up and following your own pathway, being true to yourself with integrity. You know, this is the Emperor in a traditional pack. Let's draw some Archangel tarot cards. Maybe ask your angels for more, and ask the archangels for more guidance on the exact steps. Are there things that pile one can actually practically do? Yes, I think there are. To actually move this forwards. Wow. Your first card that just flew out. Okay, Knight of Gabriel. So your very first card, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. There are steps that you can take. For those of you that wish to bring healing to something, then it really, really is so, so important for you to step up, to follow your passion, follow your heart. For some of you, this is hearing rebel with a cause. There is something you really do want to do. You know it, you feel it in your heart. Interesting, we have two of Raphael, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful, and we have the angel of love. You might also, there may be somebody around you that you could join forces with. And there may be an invitation from someone who is saying to you, look, let's work together, let's do this. Or this is our pathway to abundance, let's join forces, let's make this happen. But you're stepping out of what I would call the family mould. And you're definitely stepping out of any internal belief systems that say it's not possible. We then have the Ace of Ariel. I'm muddling my words today. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time or support. A change in a job or a promotion. Wow. So for some of you, it's working with someone. For others, there is an opportunity, so maybe some money, some resources, or something very specific has come in that's going to help you with something. For some of you, it could be somebody helping you. But one way or the other, you know, there is a change or a shift going on around you. There is actually an opportunity in front of you to, which you can seize. It's like seizing the moment and actually taking those steps to actually start to initiate this, to make it happen. I mean, the Nine of Fire, I love this card. It always feels so like very real, as if the passion can be made into something. It's like it's got that sense of making a commitment. And there's such a difference between perception here and the Six of Air here, with like all this energy rising with signs and signals and synchronicities. I feel the angels are really saying to you, look, you will be blessed on this pathway, especially with White Eagle offering you a rose. I really feel that this card has come through in that way. You're being offered a rose. Wow, this is stunning. This is just beautiful. Ace of Ariel, look at the money, look at the abundance here, sitting with her. Okay, there is something that you can actually do. This is like seizing the moment and just going for it. Does feel a little bit like a leap of faith. No wonder maybe you're having a wobble and you're holding back a little bit with the rune of Nathis, of constraint. Because it's kind of like there is definitely a letting go. Moving to a new job, or choosing to make that commitment. But there is definitely something that you can physically actually do, like it's seizing the moment and starting to make it happen. Let's check in on some more angel cards. Let's ask Archangel Michael for any further guidance and advice. Yes, you are correct. Wow. You've listened to your inner guidance and made a wise choice. Keep moving forwards. If you're having a wobble in any way about whether you made the right decision, I think you did. Oh, and look at this. The way forwards is open. You're not trapped. Possibilities and opportunities abound. I will guide you to personal and spiritual freedom. X marks the spot. There's a map. This is going to be mapped out for you. The signs will be given to you. Pile one, truly, this is absolutely a time to follow your heart, pursue the something that you really want, because that is your next step to abundance. It absolutely is, and the way will be paved. I mean, just look at the energy being shown here. I don't know if you're feeling it, but I am. I mean, I'm feeling invigorated by being in your reading and in your energy. It's amazing. Pile one, this is your reading. I feel so thrilled for you. Do keep me posted. It's so good to hear from you, and thank you so much, all of you who comment and give back in the through the super thanks in the comments, and just for all of you for supporting the channel, for supporting me, and for supporting one another. I read your comments and the love and the care that you show each other when somebody posts something and it's actually they may be struggling or having a difficult time. The way in which you really offer each other that love, that consideration, I really am blown away by you all. I read your comments, so thank you so much, all of you, for being here. Tons of love, pile one, and wow, this is seize the moment. That desire, it's really, really real. Trust it, seize it, go for it. Tons of love. Pile two, welcome to your reading. We are asking your angels to show you what your next steps are to abundance. Now, first off, I do need to say that there is something that you are, I think, already working on. This isn't a brand new thing. It's something you've already created. You've already started it. I suspect for some of you it's nearing completion, and it's going to soar. It's a big dream. It's a big vision. You have the Queen of Angels, visionary. It's something that you have literally kind of visioned in, and I think you've already paved the way. Fertility, it's a rune of promise. It's fantastic. It's also, it kind of requires you to attend to some details as well, like cross the T's, dot the I's. With the Eiffel Tower, it's very interesting because this was not originally intended to be a permanent, I was about to say building, but it's not a building, and it's iconic, isn't it? A structure. It wasn't intended to be a permanent structure. So this could even be something that you started. You didn't think that it would ever be a part of your long-term pathway to abundance, but I think it's going to be. For some of you, there's something you are already working on. Maybe it's nearing completion and you need to, there's still some details to attend to. And once you've attended to them, this is going to fly, it's going to flow, and it's going to expand. It's almost like it's going to take off. It's going to set forth on its own journey. We have Rado, the rune of journey. For others, there's something that you have had filed away. Maybe you'd started it, you didn't see it as being, or you've started it and you didn't think it would ever be something that would be permanent. Perhaps you did something in, not in a whim, but you did something and suddenly it's like, oh wow, this could expand, it could grow, this could take off. So it might be like, I don't know, helping someone out with something, or doing some catering for some people, or making cake for a friend, for like a wedding cake for friends, and then suddenly 20 people come back and say, wow, that cake's amazing, could you do ours, or could you do this, could you do that, and suddenly there's this business. It's like, wow, I didn't see that coming, but here it is. Something is coming from something that you have already done. So you're either needing to complete it, pay attention to the details, or you're needing to build upon it, to turn it into something that it literally can be, to help it to grow, because it's going to fly. It's seriously going to fly. Let's draw more cards. Angel of Encouragement. Wonderful. Look at this, getting to the end of the race. Or at least running in the marathon, maybe. Wow. Yeah, you are really being encouraged to keep going with this, to persevere with it. Make it happen. Angel of Balance. Okay. Not sure on that one. Maybe kindly ask for guidance and information for pile 2, please. I think it is this one. We have Angel of Procrastination. Ooh, okay, right. So maybe because something hasn't quite taken off yet for some of you, you're like really questioning whether you should keep going with this. Perhaps you thought something would take off and grow and it hasn't yet. It's going to, though. Maybe even for some of you as well, there's just been other demands on your time, and that's okay. Life should be balanced. I'm seeing a family here and a home. Maybe other things have required your attention. But it doesn't mean that this can't happen. I'm also seeing very clear messages here, actually, for you. Or for some of you, obviously, whenever clear messages come through, they will be for some but not all. But with procrastination, I think sometimes there are other things that get in the way, and you're being asked to persevere and to you're being encouraged to keep going. Sometimes it might be appropriate to kind of like do a little bit of boundarying around some working time. I mean, if for example you had started to write a book and you're so close to finishing it, but you're just in that zone of, you're really close to the finish line, basically. Again, there's something here. You are close. Some of you are close to finishing and completing something. Keep going. There are probably a billion other things you could do instead, but if you keep going at this moment in time, don't procrastinate, keep going, persevere. Literally pay attention to all the different bits that need to be in place to make this happen, and then it will launch, it will take off. There's something that you're needing to attend to and not postpone it. For some of you, you may also have worked very, very, very hard to get to the point where you are with something. And it is a bit like a harvest. When farmers get to the point in the year where they are harvesting, in a way it's their busiest time of year, and yet simultaneously they're exhausted because they've worked all year to get to that point where the harvest has grown. If you've toiled dug the soil and then you've weeded it and you've sown the seeds and you've nurtured them and you've weeded again and you've tended to this and tended to that, and by the time you get to pick the harvest, you're shattered and you've got to find that extra spurt to get to the finish line. That's what's coming through here as one of the biggest messages, which is you're so close to the finish line with something. If you put something to one side, it's time to pick it up and just finish it, complete it. Get to the end goal, get to the finish line, keep going. Because your vision is going to soar. That's what we're being shown here. Let's get more guidance and information. Can we have further information about specific steps that pile 2 can take? It's not feeling quite right. Maybe ask. There it is. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Wow, that's a really powerful card. Really powerful. Your vision, the vision that you had when you started, it is going to take off. This is definitely like a confirmation. We have this beautiful third eye here sitting just above the heart center. Yeah, this is definitely going to take off. It's absolutely going to happen. Okay, let's draw some more cards. It is interesting because Horus, the Cosmic Gateway, this is a card that also does say, you know, we are affecting the universe. We are affecting the outcome through our thoughts. And if you are tired and you're trying to get to the end goal, this is, you know, this is like running a marathon. You know, it's like the last bit is the hardest part of all. And they always do say, marathon runners, I've never run a marathon myself. I know several of my friends have done so. And they've all said it's the mindset, especially at the end. It's that bit where you've got to find it in you to get to the finish line. And that's the toughest bit. It's where having people there cheering you on makes such a difference because, you know, it's just that the energy is transferable. The energy of those people cheering you on is helping you to move forwards. Your angels are actually cheering you on. They are really saying to you, look, come along, let's do this. You can do this. They're literally, they've got your back on this. They're running with you. They're like, come on, we're praying for you. We're running with you. We are there. We're right behind you. You can do this. You can absolutely do this. There's so much energy of you can do this. You can make this happen. Let's see what else we are shown for my beautiful, beautiful pile twos, please. May we ask about any more steps that pile two can take. Okay, emotion, intellect. I'm seeing this. We have the seneschal. Okay. I am seeing this one. These two. This one. And this one. Okay. Emotion, intellect, the seneschal, we have the scribe, we have union, we have the two of fire, we have the mother, and we have the eight of fire. Wow, I'm going to put this just here. Okay. Right, okay. That's quite an exciting card. It's like the Eight of Wands in a traditional pack. So this is fast. It's happening. It's empowered. This is actually going to take off. Once you get to that point of kind of emergence, of sending it out into the world or whatever it is, of completion, it is going to take off. It really, really is. You've got to get to the finish line here. Everything here is encouraging you and saying, you know, this is what you need to do. You kind of need to knuckle down. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. This is where you're needing to be really balanced, mind and emotion. Your emotions, if you think of your mindset is affecting the energy around you. So do your emotions. And when you're manifesting something, if you think of yourself, let's use the analogy of driving a car. Well, you know, your mind is the bit that's in charge of the steering wheel. It's your mind that says, right, I'm getting in the car. This is where we're going. I'm going to go from A to B today. I'm going to make this happen. Your emotions are the fuel in the tank. They're kind of what gives you the energy, as it were, to make that journey happen. So you kind of need mind and emotions to be in balance here. They've got to be working together, okay? The key, look at the seneschal with the keys here. The key is about commitment with this dog, the loyalty here. It's about commitment. Commitment to your vision. Holding that firm in your mind. Write it down. Have affirmations everywhere, all around you. Stick them on the mirror. have post-its. I have a whole wall full of post-its in my room that I work in here. Literally, whole wall full of post-its. Every time I get an idea that's adding to a project or something I'm working on, I pin it up there so that I don't lose sight of it. Just post-its everywhere. Just remind yourself. And if you are writing something, then put your bum on the seat and write it. Finish it. Cross the T's, dot the I's, literally. This is all about making a real commitment to seeing this through. It's almost like if you think of yourself and your project, because this is something that's already underway, if you think of yourself as being in a sacred union with this book, this project, this whatever it is, the end goal, think of yourself as literally being in a partnership with something that needs to be brought forth, because it's going to go sky high, literally. It's going to reach for the skies. Own your passion, own your ambition. Don't be diminished in any way if it hasn't yet emerged. This is, everything is saying keep going. And because it's something you have already started, everything here is saying keep going. Nurture it into being. Look at this beautiful mother card. I mean, this is the Empress in a traditional pack. And she's pregnant, as often this is often depicted in this way with the Empress card and the mother energy. You can birth this into the world. You can make this happen. I don't think it's so far away from birthing. And this is all about perseverance. That's what your angels are saying. They're saying persevere. We're with you. We're cheering you on. Don't stop now. Don't stop now. This is your pathway to abundance. Keep going. Keep going. We have the 10 of Gabriel. Ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. How interesting when we also have the 2 of fire. Yeah, reach out and ask for help. I kind of saw this partnership energy as being, you in partnership with this, but actually there may be people that you can reach out to who will help. And don't be afraid to. If this is a big project you're working on, I'm seeing this card here. Yeah, 4 of Raphael, seek out other possibilities. Yes, be aware of your own emotions. Yeah, if you are feeling like you're a bit daunted by trying to do this on your own, then reach out and ask for help. Let's check in on that and get some more guidance and more information about that. May we ask who might come forwards, please? I'm seeing these and this. May we ask who might come forwards to help? Okay, so we have got the Knight of Gabriel. So this is an energy of someone who's pretty dynamic. Time to take action. Great passion. I think there are people who will actually really, really, really support you and want to work with you and would support what you're doing. I think for some we have solutions coming here with Archangel Zadkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, patience. Okay. I think for some of you, there is a need to reach out and ask for help. You don't have to go alone. You don't have to do everything yourself. Okay, that's a message for some, clearly not all. This is a reading to reach many. So for some, it's about sharing the load. Yeah, there's something better waiting for you. There's for others, there's a different way of bringing it forwards with the 8 of Raphael. There might be a different route. If you have been working in a particular way or thinking that you would approach it in a particular way, maybe there's a different approach to this. There's a different route to get it out there or to get it completed. For some of you, the right person is coming in. And for others, maybe there is a solution needed to help you to know what steps to take next, in which case I think the solution will come to you. I think for some of you, there's definitely a slightly different route to manifest this. And it may well involve actually partnership or a connection with someone. If you've had an amazing idea or a project you've been working on or something, quite remarkable, but you've kept it very much under wraps, kept it to yourself. It may be time to reach out and look at collaborating with others, find a different way of doing this. May we please ask Archangel Michael for any additional guidance. Okay. You will manifest what you need. Okay. So that's a lovely affirmation, really. Whatever you need, it's going to come to you. Keep that mindset really focused. But whatever you need, it will come to you. It will be shown to you. Have no fear. Okay. Yeah, gosh. I think there is anxiety around. Perhaps that's partly what leads to the procrastination, why you're needing encouragement. There's anxiety that, you know, this isn't really going to work. Everything here is saying it's going to soar. You've just got to find a way to get to the finish line. May we ask for any more specific information, please? Okay, look, it's almost over. Divine timing. Okay. How interesting. I rather think, my lovely souls, that if you need something of substance to help you to keep going, I think it will arrive. It will be gifted to you. If you need help in the form of a person, I think they will come forward. Someone will step forward. I don't think you've actually got to go and look for them. I think they will step forward, because this is sitting, you know, beneath, the Knight of Gabriel is sitting beneath the 10. So this is the right people coming in as you need them. So I think someone will reach out. If you're needing someone, I think someone will reach out and offer to help. Or you'll hear about the right partnership, the right connection. The key here is not to be fearful about how it's going to emerge. Trust that it will be. Trust that you'll be shown the way. Trust that the right steps will be shown to you, that the right bridge, I'm seeing a bridge here that you need to cross. And we had the dog here, loyalty. We've got another dog here. You do need to make a commitment, really, or that's what I'm hearing in your reading, to this project. It's like really, really just own it. Own your bigger vision, own your end, own the end goal, own where you want to go with this, and then just literally trust. Ask for help, actually. It's not just trusting, it's asking for help too. But really keeping that positive mindset, because you're so close to actually that breakthrough point. You're so close to the birthing of this in a big way. Ask for the help you need to come, beautiful souls, and it will come. That is what we're being shown here. Let's check in just a few final cards, really, to see if there's any other guidance or information for you. Can we receive any other guidance and information, please, from the pile twos? Okay, so we've got the first card that's showing itself is Release the Past. Okay. And this is a cutting cords. Release your attachment. Interesting. Release your attachment to the outcome. This is very, very interesting energy. There is something here about, I know I sort of said lean into trust, my beautiful souls, but it's, I think with Release the Past, if you had a very specific view about how this was going to take off, there may be a different solution, okay? So it's kind of like trusting that this is, the way will be shown here to make this real. And it may not come in the form that you expect. Your task here is literally to keep going and to kind of trust. It would be like running that marathon, as it were, and actually the route had to be changed. Well, you don't know that. You're running that marathon, you're fully committed, and then suddenly there they are, people, stewards on the corner, pointing you in the right direction to make sure you stay on course. And there's been a diversion, something happened, and the route was different, but the stewards are there, the angels are there guiding you. Yeah, your worry is unnecessary. Look at this. stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. And then we have your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or any worry. Couldn't be clearer. This is about keeping your mind and your emotions in balance and really being fixed on your end goal and your ambition. Not worrying about how it will unfold, committing daily to the tasks involved to make it real, and then just trusting literally that you will be shown the way, and those steps will be shown to you step by step by step. The right people coming in, the way will be cleared, the right resources, everything coming in at the right moment, divine timing. And you're very close to achieving something. You're very close to a milestone here. So keep going. Keep going. I hope this is helpful for you, and I hope the messages feel very firm, very strong. Obviously, it's up to you what you do. But this really is about persevering, keeping on going, holding your ambition in your mind, holding that vision. Don't lose sight of that. And then just trusting that you will be absolutely shown the way and everything you need will come at exactly the right moment. Pile 2, this is your reading. Beautiful souls, I am sending you so much love and the hugest hug of encouragement as well. I am rooting for you with your angels. We're like seriously cheering you on. If I had one of those rattles, like you take to, like, you see them in films of like football matches and things, that kind of thing, or you whiz it round and round. I'm there on the sidelines rooting for you. Keep going, beautiful souls. This is going to happen, and it's going to be big. So just keep going. You're actually much closer to birthing this than you realise. Pile 2. Tons of love. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for everything you do to support the channel. Thank you so much to our members here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Your additional support really does help me to put tons of free stuff into the world. So thank you all. I am rooting for you. Tons of love, Pile 2. Pile 3, we are asking your angels, what are your next steps to abundance? Now, confusion. That's an interesting card. Very, very interesting. We've got a really direct, pointy arrow here. I find this really interesting because that's a clear kind of, direct, sending the arrow out. Maybe it's seeing where it lands, I don't know. But we have these two charms that are kind of connected. We have the star, the starfish, and the shell, and they are bound together. So we have confusion, and yet they are bound together. Now, protection asks us to manage our emotions. This particular rune of Algiz, it's like navigating the ups and downs of our emotions. And Thurizaz is a rune that asks us to sort of drop into stillness, really. Just get really centered. Fehu is a rune of nourishment, of possessions. So it is a rune of abundance. It's like of ambitions coming into being. And then we have Kano. Kano is the rune of openings. It's like a whole new dawn. So I feel that there is a little bit of energy of confusion, or you're a little bit tangled up in something at the moment that is making it hard for you to see the way forwards. But something actually is going to emerge that's going to get you, I think, back on track, actually. Let's draw more cards before we say too much more. Okay, there is your first. We have Angel of Tranquility. Yeah, drop into stillness. Yes, drop into stillness. Stop panicking. Don't panic about how this is going to happen or what your next step is. Just drop into stillness. Get still. Angel of Procrastination. I'm actually going to take all three. You're the first pile that has had this many angel cards. Let's bring them in at the bottom of your reading. We've got Angel of Tranquility. Drop into stillness. Get still. Everything is going to be guided. You have Angel of Procrastination. You may actually have to wait a short while. Something that maybe the timing isn't quite right yet. Angel of Faith, Angel of Imagination, and Angel of Power. In fact, actually, can I get all those up? I think I can. Yeah. Let's move this along. Let's make these fit. Yes, perfect. That is just perfect. Okay, how beautiful. Right now, beautiful souls, I think you're panicking about what your next step will be. Or you're panicking about not knowing, or panicking about whether it's, maybe some of you are struggling with procrastination, but there's a feeling of confusion and panic around you as to what to do next or how to make this real. Slow it down. Get still, slow it down. Don't get tangled. Just disentangle yourself. Don't let your emotions get the better of you here. Just slow it down. Get still. And, you'll be shown. It's like inspiration will come to you. There's going to be a point of power coming through for you. A point when you can fire the arrow and you'll know what direction you want to shoot it in. The key to your next step actually is to do with getting really still. Evaluating as well with Gateway Thorazaz. This speaks of evaluation, review and evaluation, but the biggest issue here is to just get really still and get focused, not on the panic. Procrastination is a form of stillness, but it's not productive stillness. That's where we're actively doing other things to avoid getting really connected. And I think you need to be connected. It would be helpful to be connected with your vision, your angels as well, and what you want in terms of abundance. Get very connected to what you want. However, at the same time, this is one of those sort of kind of like practice the art of allowing with a clear dedication to take action when you're shown what to do, because there will be a point of power coming where you'll know you're on track. So whatever abundance means for you, you're going to be shown what to do next. This is like this is like the difference between stillness when we stand still because we're procrastinating and we're panicking, as opposed to stillness when we are just meditating into the dream time, and we're going to be shown and gifted with whatever we need to see in order to move forwards. The way will be shown. Okay, what else are we shown here for my pile 3? Let's get some more information. Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. Awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Okay, it's a very beautiful card. Very beautiful energy, actually. Lady Nada is a really beautiful energy of love, actually, in its purity, heart awakening. Her energy is about opening yourself up to receive. Okay, I'm just going to take another from this pack. I thought there was one coming through for you. Right, Mahavata Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Okay, so part of your pathway to abundance, it actually is your awakening. Your point of power is to do with your soul awakening. It's to do with you learning to really sit in a space of trust, of faith, but also of profound belief, of you being able to receive, to have what you desire. Let's draw more cards for you. This is very, very interesting, your energy, because we have Kano, the rune of openings. We have the angel of power, which is suggesting, and this arrow, that a pathway will be opened for you. So whatever abundance means for you, a pathway is going to be opened for you. We have perspective. Okay. So you are going to need to shift. There's some perspective within you or around you that needs shifting. Yes, ask 10 of Gabriel. Ask for helpful people to lighten your load. I wonder if you are someone who tends to go it alone. 2 of Raphael, 2 hearts dedicated to creating something. Yeah, I think at the moment, maybe you are, let's say, working in isolation, but whatever abundance means for you. Let's just draw one more card before I say any more. The High Priestess, yeah. Okay. My beautiful souls, my lovely pile 3s, I think someone is coming in to help you. Look at the way these two are sitting together. You know, the angel of procrastination, angel of tranquility, angel of imagination, they're all, even the angel of power, they're all kind of individual people. Right in the middle we have a couple. And here we have the 2 of Raphael, 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. The High Priestess is guided. Perspective, this is like the hanged man in a traditional pack. I think you're needing to, firstly, I think you're needing to see something, which is why you need to get still. My beautiful souls, this is drop into stillness. It's kind of in those states of meditation that you're going to be shown the next steps you need to take. And I think that someone is coming in to assist you, because we have the 10 of Gabriel asking for helpful people to come in. I think the right people are coming in to help you, or at least another person is coming in to help you to achieve your dream, your vision. And even though it's yours, I think it's very interesting. There's something of your pathway that is very unique to you, and it's part of your calling and your spiritual pathway. And I think you are in that zone where it is hard to see a way forward sometimes, because we can't quite see what the next steps will be or how it's going to emerge, and it doesn't feel particularly certain. And so we kind of wobble. If you get still and look back, I think what you'll realise is there have been a whole series of steps, events in your life that actually they've arrived, they've got you to where you are today. You know, if those things hadn't happened, you wouldn't be the person you are or where you are today. And you needed those experiences to be who you are and to be in this moment. Without them, the pathway to abundance for you wouldn't be possible. You had to do all of that stuff to get to here. But now the timing is right for an opening to come for you, for ambitions to be fulfilled, for your desires to be fulfilled. The timing is now right. I think someone is coming in to assist you, very specifically, actually. So rather than feeling overloaded, which is very easy, I mean, it's so human, isn't it? We do feel overloaded, we feel like there's a lot going on, it's never going to quite happen, or what's the next step, what do I do? Really let this drop into stillness. It's in meditation that you'll be shown what you need to do next. It's within your meditations that you'll gain clarity and peace of mind. There is a power point coming for you. Let's ask about that. Let's ask, what is this point of power? It's going to be guided with the High Priestess. It may be shown to you in your dreams, in visions, in your daydreaming. But this is very much part of your soul's journey. Your abundance, it's very, I mean, I suppose that's true for us all on some level, but I think for you, it's very interconnected with your calling, your purpose, your abundance. Let's ask about this point of power. May we please ask about this point of power, please? Okay, so we have the Father, which is the card of the Emperor. Interesting, he's sitting still. We then have the Eight of Fire, which is actually the Eight of Wands in a traditional pack, which is a very fast card. We then have Heaven and Earth. Wow. Okay. Again, I'm seeing loyalty. We have the animal nations here. We have a wolf showing up here. We have a wolf, we have a crow, we have a bear, we have an owl. And gosh, we have a parchment here with writing on it. Your pathway to abundance is connected to some aspect of your spiritual journey, your soul evolution. You've come here with purpose and your abundance is connected to it. And even if you're feeling a bit confused, there's going to be an opening, a point of power, a time when you're going to be called to step up. Very specifically, actually. You may already be being called to step up, but you may not have realised that it's connected to your pathway of abundance. Yeah, and then you have the card of abundance. Wow. Well, there you are. The father figure here, the Emperor. I think there may be something going on around you that is causing you to have to take action, to step up and have to take action. And there is purpose to this. And indeed in the past, whenever you've been nudged along, even through some quite challenging circumstances, all these things have been nudging you towards your calling and your purpose, to step up into this position. Whatever has happened, your life experiences, they are part of your pathway to abundance. This could be the kind of scenario when you start to write a book about what happened to you, and as you share that book, it's your pathway to abundance. See these creatures, the wolf is making me think of loyalty here. I think someone is coming in to assist. That I think you don't need to worry about here. I think the right people are coming in at the right time to assist you. This is about shifting your perspective and also kind of doing it for the sake of doing it rather than just doing it for abundance. And then it's kind of like the abundance will come. Do it for the love of it and the abundance will just come to you. Let's ask Archangel Michael. The way forward is open. Wonderful. Take control of your thoughts. All is in perfect timing. Wow. Okay. This is phenomenal. This is amazing. Gateway. We've got a gateway being opened here for you. Yeah, there will be a point of power and an opening coming for you. I'll ask about timings in just a moment, but I think it's probably quite soon. Because the way is being opened for you. Your next step to abundance is to follow your calling. It's to follow your purpose and commit to it. I think you know in your heart of hearts what it is, but there's challenges, procrastination around, dare I follow it? Because actually, will it pay? Will there be enough? Take control of your thoughts and also your emotions. Your thoughts and your emotions are interlinked. If you think something negative, your emotions will drop. Likewise, if you are emotionally low, your thoughts are more likely to be negative. the opposite is also true. If you're incredibly happy, you'll probably look at most situations through a glass half full rather than a glass half empty place. You know, your emotions will colour your thoughts and your perspectives. You know, if you're feeling really buzzy and upbeat and good and positive, it's going to shift your mindset. And likewise, if you're holding a really positive mindset, your emotions will be lifted. They're in relationship. They feed off each other. And we can do something with this by taking control of our thoughts. We can really do something with that. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. Very interesting, isn't it? You know, because you are being asked to have faith, literally. Have faith, hold faith. Have faith and hold faith, beautiful souls. There is a window coming for you, a window, an opening. Let's ask about this opening. We're seeing it here. The way is being opened for you. Maybe ask about, can we be given any specific information about how this opening arrives? Okay. Right, how fascinating. So we have the Four of Water. This is connected to your emotions. And we have the Two of Water. So I think we're looking at the mirror here. Okay. So this is really asking you, it's almost like there's a test of faith. Part of the next step for you is to overcome any doubt that you have in your ability to follow your calling. When you look in the mirror, do you see possibility or do you see impossibility? There's two things being shown here. One is your own mindset, managing your thoughts and your emotions and that relationship with them. And the second is that somebody is coming in to work with you, to help you on your calling, to support you, to love you. You know, whether this is for some of you even an intimate connection where somebody is coming in and they will just be 100% behind you. They'll be like, wow, no, this is your calling. This is what you need to do. How can I help? How can I support you? So for some of you, this is coming, the opening is coming in the form of someone coming in to assist you, to support you. For others, it could be, you know, finding unity with your relationship with yourself. And for others, it's your relationship with the divine, because this is your calling, your spiritual pathway. It is your pathway this is the route to your abundance. You know, you are here with purpose and it will provide you with your abundance in every possible way. I mean, it may be that for some of you, abundance is a connection with someone. That's what you're looking for. But I do feel it's more than that. There is a calling, a purpose. And this is a connection that can support you in such an amazing way. I love that you got the card of abundance. I love that. Pile 3, I don't feel that I'm going to be shown any more here. The point of power is coming. Your role, your task, your angels are saying, your next steps that you can take personally are to take charge of your thinking patterns, to take charge of your emotions, and really embrace possibility. Take charge of anything within you that says I can't, and shift your perspective to a can-do place. That's the bit that's your role. And then it's kind of like leaving it up to the universe. If you're in that right zone, that space of pure amazingness, opening yourself to receive, allowing your soul to expand into that space of possibility, that's when the universe can then deliver your pathway to you, because you're also delivering. You know, again, it's a two-way relationship. This could also be that relationship with the divine. But this is it's your calling and your purpose that you need to follow. Drop into stillness, remove any confusion, and really do whatever you're doing for the sake of doing it. Just love it. Everything you need is coming, including, for some of you, the right person to assist you. Pile 3, this is your reading. Wow. Keep us posted, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for being here. It is such a privilege to read for you. Beautiful souls, what more can I say? Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to, get any of my readings. Oh, I've got another message coming through. I'm just connecting to this starfish and the shell, which I saw, don't be entangled. Don't let your mind and your emotions entangle you. But of course, for some of you, this is also partnership. Just had to bring that in quickly here. For some of you, this is that really strong bond. And again, it could be that strong bond with a spirit, with source. And for some, with somebody who will assist you in being on track with this arrow. Just needed to bring that in, beautiful souls. Tons of love. Thank you so much for all the things you do that support the channel, for your love and support of me. I am blown away. I do read your comments. And for your love and support of one another. You guys are amazing. Tons of love, beautiful souls. And I look forward to seeing you for another reading really, really soon.